Hello everybody, this is DeanoGTO, and today we're going to be looking at the Object 704, and we are on the data map Overlord for this particular match. And first off, I'm going to start off by saying sorry for the lack of videos for the last 6 days. The reason for that is you might be able to still hear it in my voice. My throat completely went on Sunday, and Monday and Tuesday I could barely speak, and I was basically only able to speak when I was on painkillers. My throat just couldn't. You could barely understand what the hell I was trying to say. And yeah, the IS3 knew exactly which mission I was talking about when I said 6k damage, 3 kills. Um, but yeah, I couldn't even attempt to record because my throat was just completely gone. You could barely understand a goddamn word I was saying. Um, so I couldn't make any videos of any type. I couldn't even just make like a premium tank discussion video or anything out there. Like I was going to make one on the WZ. I tried recording it, like the new WZ Premium, the tank destroyer, but I couldn't even get like a decent quality video from that there either. And I figured it was probably better to do nothing than trying to force something out. So yeah, and the Type 61 in my team said he was doing the mission I did the other day in the M46 pattern. I think it was actually my last video thinking about it. For medium tank 15, and yeah, that was a nightmare. And first shot of the game, 640 damage. Of course, it's a low roll because troll can troll you just as much as it trolls the enemy. And also, take a note there, above the map, Object 704 killed the enemy IS-3 on his team. That enemy IS-3 wrote to me after the game saying I'm an asshole. He meant to write to his own team's Object 704, but he wrote to me by accident. That's hilarious. I was so confused. I was completely just like, why is he mentioning me? I didn't even fire at that guy, and I didn't even notice the enemy object 704 team killed him. But yeah. Now I'm going to be trying to deal with this E50. The E50 is almost certainly reloaded at this point, and I just need to try and get my shot off as fast as possible. Hey, a slight high roll, 778 damage, and this gun. Oh my god, the damage rolls you can get in this gun are crazy. Like, seeing 900 damage pop up whenever you shoot someone in the face is just so satisfying. It's incredible. Seriously, this gun is not something to joke about. It's just if you see one of these, fear its gun. I mean, that was nearly 800 damage from a single shot. That is just monstrous damage output. It's crazy, but it genuinely is crazy cannon. And I'm just trying to guess where that Lorraine 40T. I felt like it's just, I may as well take a shot, but as you can see there, it clearly didn't hit. So yeah, let's move forward. Try and deal with this T55A pilot and the MXM449, who's on 50 health. And yeah, I'm read in chat there. I'm at 3k. Not technically at 3k, but I'm close enough to it that I can write about. And the Rain 40T is over there. I'm going to try and aim the shot in, and that's something I have learned with this gun. You don't fully aim, you're not going to hit. Unless you're exceptionally lucky. It's the same case with the T30. T30 is also if you don't fully aim, you're not going to hit. That's just the way these monster 150mm guns work apparently. And shotgun that guy in the face, T25A pilot, was just erased. And now I'm looking around with myself here, just getting my bearings. And I get shot in the face by the Waffentrager Panzer IV, but he was using the HE cannon, which is interesting. And I fall back here because I looked back through the chat and I saw that somebody said the Object 704 was back there. And I was just like, I don't want to get shot by that guy if I can avoid it. And I see the Waffentrager Panzer IV is a one-shot kill. I absolutely obliterate that guy, 733 damage on 4000 damage, which is pretty awesome. I'm going to write about that in the chat here now, just because, well, I think I read about it, if I remember. Right, I might be wrong. Actually, yeah, I'm wrong. And I fire at that guy's face there, and I genuinely thought when I was originally playing this game that I killed that guy. But the M41 must have just fired just after me and killed that guy. I only did 767 damage to that guy whenever he had 800 health. So it was a bit of a surprise when I looked back in the post-battle results screens after playing this game, and yeah, I'm on 5k damage now. So I'm getting really close to doing it, and there's still 5 enemy tanks remaining. This is the best situation I've had in a while. Well, other than the games that for some reason people capped out, whenever there was 6 tanks remaining in the enemy team for me to farm. I was on 4,000 damage a couple times, and my team just had to cap and I was raging. But yeah, I stopped there for a second, like right in chat, and if I had failed this mission because I wrote in the chat, I would have been raging at myself. And here's WZ. I have to try and avoid anybody else shooting him. 420 damage, pretty much. And now I'm going to race down towards Subject 704 because he's the only one on the enemy team that has enough health. Because that T56A doesn't quite have enough health. Or well, he does have enough health, but I'm not going to make it there in time to get a shot on that guy. This guy here is the best bet. He has 721 health. If I can kill this guy, I'm going to get it. Come on, load, and... Or, well, not load, aim, aim. And if you look in the bottom left, I have 4 kills. I have 6,059 damage. I fucking did it. That's the T55A unlocked, because that was the last one of those missions I needed to do. Ah, fuck that mission. That, like, seriously, like, you're going to be saying that at the end of every single one of these missions because they're hard. Like, this is probably the most doable one, but yeah, I'll get to that there after I have done the post-battle results screen. So yeah, I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so now we're on to the post-game stats. So this game was worth 2,300 XP, which was, well, not 2,300 XP actually. It was 1,150 XP. That was a personal reserve active that made 2,300. But that was for the first class mastery for the 1,150 XP. High caliber, and it was so satisfying to see there at the bottom left of the battle results screen. TD15 Triumph, both sections completed. It would have been crushing if I had done one but not the other. I would have been raging if I hadn't got the 3 kills. I actually got 4 kills in that game, but yeah. Let's go on to the team scores. In terms of team scores, Tier 9s were top 2 on both teams, and IS3s were 3rd place in both teams as well, which is a weird coincidence. But yeah, our Tier 9s were significantly better than the enemy Tier 9s because, well, me and the Foch together had over 10,000 damage, and I don't think the enemy team with all their scores added together would have hit 10,000 damage. Because, well, a lot of them were average about 300 to 400 damage, or well, 300 like 600 damage, and I don't think adding them all together would be enough. I'm not going to do that, like, so yeah, who knows. So let's go on to the detailed report. So I fired 11 shots in that game, 9 direct hits, 9 penetrations, 2,140 damage of the 6,059 damage total. Was done from over 300 meters, 5 hits received, 4 penetrations, 1 non-penetration, so I blocked 1 300 damage hit, and I got 160 assistance damage, no idea what that was for, but whatever. And I actually lost 9,951 credits in that game because I was using a premium consumable, which actually thinking about it, I need to take that off again because it's kind of burning a hole in my credits stockpile. So yeah. So in regards to these missions are basically designed so you're going to be challenged to the maximum extent. And well, this is like the second highest extent that you can get challenged to. These missions are designed to be hard, and goddamn, they are really, really hard. If I was to rate them like hardest to easiest, or no, easiest to hardest, sorry, it would be Heavy Tank 15 has been the easiest. Tank Destroyer 15 has been the second easiest, or no, or being like being after that there. So if Heavy Tank 15 is easy, then the TD 15 would be like medium, and then Light Tank 15 would be hard, which is like the 3rd place one, and then Medium Tank 15 would be really hard. So that would be my scale for these missions, because Medium Tank 15 is primarily difficult because the circumstances for that mission are so hard to come by. It's just a nightmare to do that mission because just the circumstances are just so random and so like hard to actually manage to get. It's just honestly, you're safer like just grinding a medium tank. That's not tier 10 of course, and just hoping you get that matchmaking scenario, because if you're just playing medium tanks hoping for that matchmaking scenario to come up, you're probably going to drive yourself nuts. So you just play medium tanks and just hope for the best, pretty much. Just hope you see that matchmaking scenario and then go for the kills that you need. So yeah. Tank Store 15, even though it took me a while to do, it was mainly just because I got unlucky in a bunch of scenarios whenever it came to like people driving into me, blocking my shots, people, well, so there were some people who even turned my tank sideways in the object 7 when I was in the object 704, blocking me from shooting completely and making me take like 1200 damage in hits because I couldn't repair my tracks because I just used my repair kit to put my gun back in action. Uh, that happened so many times. It's unbelievable. Like just like people not knowing which mission you're trying to do, and just playing like they would normally play, but not realizing they're completely screwing you over. But then there are some people who are just arseholes who will deliberately cap games out because because they had a bad game. They think everybody else should like have their game basically neutered as much as possible if they can as well. Like I don't know what it is about STRV 1030s, but those tanks seem to be often the assholes who will just sit in the cap circle and completely cap a game out because fuck you, pretty much. And it's the same when it comes to like just blocking shots and stuff. They will drive in front of you at like 5 kilometers an hour and block your shot completely. Like I don't know what it is about STRV 1030s. It just seems to happen all the time. It always seems to be one of those. It's really annoying. But yeah, there's fuck all you can do about that. You just need to hope for the best. And honestly, when in this off, we're saying like just good luck to you if you're going for these missions. You're probably going to need it because these missions are not easy to do, and they take a long time to actually get through and actually get all the requirements completed and all, and get the right circumstances and stuff like that there. And yeah, it's time consuming to complete these missions, but it's incredibly satisfying whenever you do beat them. Like I was ecstatic when I beat this mission. I was just so goddamn happy that I finally got T55A. Like honestly, I wasn't even that like fussed about getting T55A. I was mainly just looking to get the Object 260 unlocked so that or the Object 260 missions unlocked so I could start grinding through those missions too. So yeah. Um so let's see, anything else we really need to go over? And also a bit of trivia for you. Object 704, the reason why it has camo on it is because that was my first tier 9 vehicle in the game. The Object 704 was my very first tier 9, which is bizarre to think of because that was so long ago. Um, my first, like, it's so bizarre to think that the Object 704 was my first tier 9 whenever I barely played the thing in comparison to a lot of the other tier 9s. So yeah, I can't really think of anything else I really need to go over, so let's see. Nope, not really. Just apologies for the lack of videos for the last few days, and yeah, thanks for watching. I will see you in the next one.